Suspense with a Dark History, Part 41.
The Sex Pistols. Sex Pistols are a British punk band that formed in 1975. They are known for starting the British punk movement with their music, fashion statements with the help of Vivienne Westwood, and controversial political opinions. In August of that year, the iconic lead singer, John Lydon, aka Johnny Rotten, reportedly nicknamed due to his bad teeth, joined the band. The band gained popularity through Johnny's antics when performing, such as sitting with the audience, walking off stage, and throwing equipment around. On the 1st of December 1976, the band replaced Queen to appear on The Grundy Show. They swore live on TV, which was shocking at the time. This made Pistols public enemy number one with the tabloids, although the tabloids didn't mention the interviewer hitting on a then teenage Susie Sue, in which some of the Sex Pistols remarks were in response to. In 1977, Sid Vicious joined the band as bassist. He was arrested the same year for throwing glass at the Damned. This, however, hit a girl in the face and blinded her in the eye. He also assaulted music critic Nick Kent with a bicycle chain at a different date of the same club night. These antics added to the band's reputation and image, despite it being argued that Vicious couldn't actually play bass. In June 1977, the Sex Pistols decided to take a boat trip down the River Thames to play and promote their single God Save the Queen. This was during the same time as Queen Elizabeth II's Jubilee celebrations to add to the PR stunt. Police boats began circling the boat that was filled with the Sex Pistols' friends, fans, and a few lucky journalists. Once a fight had broken out on the boat and the Sex Pistols were unplugged, the river police were steering the band into the port and a few people were arrested. The same year, Sid met his girlfriend Nancy Spungen, who was known in the scene as a drug addict and a groupie. The rest of the band didn't like her, and when the band broke up after their 1978 tour, Sid and Nancy set up on their own venture of Sid's solo career with Nancy as his manager. On October the 11th, Sid was seen taking about 30 Tuinol sedative tablets before passing out. Nancy was seen at 2:30 a.m. of the 12th of October asking a friend for more drugs. At 10 a.m, Sid called the front desk to say he'd woken up to find Nancy dead. She was found stabbed in her abdomen on the bathroom floor. Sid was arrested for the murder that afternoon. In February 1979, he was released on bail after being arrested again for assaulting a man in a bar fight. Whilst he was also on bail, awaiting the trial for the murder of Nancy, his mum threw him a party at his new girlfriend, Michelle Robinson's apartment, to celebrate the release. But the next day, Sid was found dead after overdosing on heroin, with his girlfriend sleeping on top of him. Sid's mother apparently confessed to getting the fatal overdose for her son to avoid him going to prison, before she overdosed herself and died in her home in 1996. The Sex Pistols reunited for a tour in 1996 and then again in 2008, but haven't performed since, although the band did reissue God Save the Queen for the late Queen's Platinum Jubilee this year.